Yo, Sky World. So I'm going to show you through my latest single, Soothsayer. The extended version of this track comes out this Friday, including on Beatport, Tracksource and all the other dance music stores. So this track is the first I've made with the mindset of making the most me music possible, the most human music that I can make, building on obviously from what I've been making in the past. That comes really from the last album that I put out, which was the start of, using field recordings as kick drums and just being real, I suppose. So this is that with more writing, more vocals, or use of my voice. The same instrumentation and everything, keeping things as swung and real as possible. So this whole thing is built upon a bass line. This bass line. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen me play this thing. It's quite high. I wrote this the day after we were listening to The Sword, if you can remember, from Guitar Hero 2. They released a new album at some point that I hadn't heard, and it had lost that vibe of them, like the recording in your garage vibe, if that makes sense. So with this bass, I wanted it to sound so real and so crushed that it almost sounded like past that, and like it had been sampled again. So it went through a process of distortion, amp simulation, more distortion, crank the high end. I wanted it to have that like bad recording kind of vibe, but still have a nice low end to it. I used a real sounding kick. And this is me playing in the kick. I've been making a few pop music beats in between other stuff, and I ended up watching Ian Kirkpatrick, his streams. He produces Dua Lipa's beats, or Dua Lipa's songs, and he was using this crowd noise that he was sidechaining. I think he was using LFO tool. I'm using Duck here, similar thing. So it's not just ducking. Pretty sure Case Ronaldo does this as well to get a lot of that vibe on his tracks. So it's making this strange pattern, and then I'm sidechaining it as well. So you've got on the top end, you've got this party crowd chant, and the top end bass just literally noise. Everything's quite stripped and laid back. This here, this whoop here, this chord, synth work. So that's from the second drop. And if you listen to this isolated, you can hear how crunchy it is. So I was using the same like mindset as the bass line with this. So it was from the Prophet, Arturia's Prophet. Again, this went through distortion and things, and I baked it down and done it again. This time this duck is just sidechain. So I don't want it to be the first time that the listener hears this sound in the drop. So I'm introducing it as early as here, with the top end taken out, like slowly introducing it. Here's the spooky little riff that I've got going, with a textural vocal that lays underneath it. That little shaker that you heard at the end of this phrase was a complete accident. You can hear it properly coming in on the second drop, and I think I've muted it and left this by accident. But again, it introduces you to something that's going to come. Slowly open up this textual vocal that's pushing against distortion. The reason why this is quiet seemingly now is because obviously I've got a vocal and I've mixed it with my vocal. That synth and my vocal are very similar frequencies, and you know, one has to compromise. I've no idea what this was. I was obviously scratching something in the room. Again, I'm playing as much things as possible. Oh, the claps on here. The claps on here are the wettest claps you'll hear. Just like... But, you know, I'm about it. You can't hear all of that room noise, just my presence in the mix. All that kind of thing will contribute something to the vibe. I suppose onto the vocal. So I like a song by Marcus Marr called Familiar 5. I originally heard it on Sneaky Pete, season 3 I think. So the vocal's like a spoken, poetic, smoky, like a apartment late at night. And when I wrote the original, so I wrote this to begin with.
Soothsayer.
They were just the first words that came out of my mouth when I wrote the beat. And then I went on to write the main parts. So when I heard that, I heard the song that I liked.
I'm a soothsayer. Stay out later. Straight from the maker. He told me to say to you, lose your friends. Get off your phone. Don't quit just yet. When there's fate ahead.
of these vocals to be not necessarily aggressive in their delivery, but like how they're mixed. They're there. The Soothsayer being someone, obviously, who can see the future, tell the future. Like they want to be mixed as that character, so they are here. There's kind of three treatments to these phrases here. There's the
I'm a soothsayer.
up front, kind of raw, not much reverb on any of these vocals.
Now you're feeling alone, eyes open, now where you go? Don't answer your phone, the broken pieces all over the road.
See, I'm pushing this distortion, saturation. Same with the bass, I want this thing to be crushed and sound like garbage without it sounding like garbage. And thematically, I want the Soothsayer to be getting angry at you for not listening. Don't do that.
Phone, the broken pieces all over.
There'll be consequences to your actions. And then
Now you wanna strut, what's up?
slight
Now you wanna strut, what's up?
ad-lib slow dip in
I know you wanna strut, what's up?
And then into the second bit is the longer extended vocal.
Look around, strut like you found your purpose. Live like you know what your worth is. And now you know your sense of space and time reflects the greatness you feel inside. I can see it through the glint in your eyes, picturing the places, all the new stages. See, I told you, we now do things we want to. You can show me things you want to, make a move you want to. But now you know you're home and want to go to. You can do whatever's on your mind. Your paths have opened up inside. I've only spoken truth, no lies. Cause I told you, I'm a soothsayer. Stay out later.
And then this being the same lyrics as the first
I'm a
verse.
soothsayer. Stay out later.
I wanted these to have a bit more affirmation in the delivery. Every
I'm a
other word doubled
soothsayer.
up.
Stay out later.
Obviously push left and right, so the things.
Stay out later. Get off your phone. Don't quit just yet. When it's fate ahead. When it's fate ahead. When it's fate ahead. When it's fate ahead.
Now I've got a to and fro with this repetition of when there's fate ahead with the
When there's fate ahead. When there's fate ahead. When there's fate ahead. When there's fate ahead. When
and
there's fate ahead.
these two crossover, so
Stay out later.
the effects one that I've got rises and gets crunchier and the other one falls off.
Stay out later.
Didn't have any time for outros in this song. Didn't feel like one of those. It just wants to be whoosh, bang. There you go. The Soothsayer. I say this is coming out this Friday, the extended version. You can go stream this version if you'd like on Spotify, etc.